The Ender Dragon is one of the most iconic video game bosses in gaming history, if not the most iconic. But how do you kill it? Is it even possible in hardcore Minecraft where every death is your last? Of course it is, and in this video I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about the hardcore Ender Dragon fight. Before you even need to worry about the Ender Dragon fight, you need to get into the End Dimension, which is where the Ender Dragon resides. To do this, you need Eyes of Ender, which are crafted by combining Blaze Powder with Ender Pearls. Ender Pearls you can get by killing Endermen, and Blaze Powder you get from Blaze Rods, which are acquired through killing Blaze. Another survival tutorial coming soon, by the way. Subscribe so you don't miss it. For now, I'll just give you a few quick tips for killing Blaze, so you're not completely left on your own. So as you can see here, I found a blaze spawner, and now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. First, obviously kill all the blaze that spawn right away. You don't want them bothering your plans. Then enclose the entire spawning area in cobblestone. Trust me, just hang with me here. This really helps. Now that this is all blocked off, as you can see, Blaze are only really spawning in this area where I can use my shield to block all of their attacks and then kill them really quickly. If I just left this open, the Blaze would fly away when they spawn, and it would be a huge pain in the butt to kill them. But using this method, they all just spawn right in front of me, and it's super easy. Now that you have your Blaze Rods and your Ender Pearls, you can throw them together, and bam! Eyes of Ender. Throw these eyes into the air and follow them until they sink into the ground like so. Dig down in the exact spot the eye sunk into the ground at, and you'll find your stronghold in no time. Wander around the stronghold until you find the portal room and insert your Eyes of Ender into the portal, igniting it. Wait, stop, you can't go in there yet. Thank you, Ninja Dog, you're exactly right. Before you go into the portal and face the dragon, you have to have the proper equipment on you, so that's what we'll talk about next. The most important thing to have in this fight is some sort of armor. If you're good at the game and feel a little dangerous, basic iron armor would probably be good enough, but if you want to be smart, I would recommend at least full diamond with maybe some fancy enchantments added on for some extra security. As you can see in my recent hardcore live streaming series, I went completely overboard and got full prop 4 before fighting the dragon, but that's a little overkill, obviously. It goes without saying that you need a bow for the fight, as most of it takes place from a distance, so make sure you pack one of those. Also bring a ton of blocks for pillaring up and a pickaxe for breaking those blocks. Now we really start to get into the nitty-gritty. Bring a couple of speed potions and strength potions, and also don't forget slow falling potions, especially if you aren't comfortable with water bucket clutches. You're definitely going to be thrown up into the sky a lot during the Ender Dragon fight, so water bucket clutch at your own risk. This is all so boring. Shut up, Ninja Dog, no one likes you! Another really useful thing to bring is a carved pumpkin to put on your head. I know it looks annoying, but you'll just have to deal with it. Just kidding! All you have to do is download this Pumpkin Blur Eliminator texture pack and apply it to your game, and that will completely take away any negative effect of wearing a pumpkin. You're welcome. The last thing left to go over here is food. Bring a high saturation food like steak or golden carrots, and also bring a few golden apples just in case you ever get close to death. That's about all that's worth mentioning. I left a few things out, so here's a screenshot of my inventory right before I hop into the end portal. I think you're finally ready. First, jump through the portal to enter the end dimension and begin the fight. Before you run at the dragon swinging though, it's important to understand how the fight works. The Ender Dragon fight happens in 2 stages. We'll just call them pre-crystal and post-crystal. Pre-crystal, the Ender Dragon is constantly being healed by end crystals surrounding the arena. So before you can kill the dragon, you have to take out these crystals with a single punch. After that, you can begin killing the dragon as he isn't being constantly healed anymore. Breaking the crystals is more complicated than it might seem though. If you don't have a block in front of your body when breaking them head on, you will instantly die regardless of armor, so don't forget that block. Most of the crystals can be shot with your bow anyway, so they shouldn't pose much of a threat. When destroying the crystal surrounded by iron cage, just build up, destroy one cage block, and punch the crystal like normal. This is the hardest part of the fight, so once you've destroyed all the crystals, the worst is behind you. Now is probably a good time to talk about the Ender Dragon's attacks, as you'll be fighting him head-on post-crystal stage. The Ender Dragon has 2 main attacks, his fireball attack and his melee attack. The fireball is easy to avoid, as you can just pillar up or run away from it, but the charge is much more dangerous. When hit, you will be thrown high into the air by the dragon, which is why slow falling potions will be your best friend here. This attack also does a little bit of damage, but the fall damage is what you really should be concerned about. We're almost done. All we have to do now is deal damage to the dragon. Arrows will be your best friend here, and also your safest option. Taking on the dragon at range is definitely the easiest and requires the least skill. If your archery is super bad or you ran out of arrows, you can also melee the dragon when it comes down and perches on this little bedrock structure in the middle middle, but I don't recommend it. If you do have to do this, just hit the dragon's tail and stay away from the head at all costs. If you do get near the head, you'll get thrown up in the air like I mentioned earlier, and that's never fun. So that's it. You just killed the Ender Dragon. Look, Ninja Dog is so proud of you. Once the dragon is dead, don't forget the dragon egg and jump back through the newly created Bedrock End portal to get back to the overworld. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything, a sub would really mean a lot. Bye!